Good morning, LaGrange. Welcome back to my channel. It is 7:44 a.m. and yeah, I've got my brows somewhat on. I was using primarily this big ass elf brow on my non-existent little brows, and it looks like I gotta fill it in right there. I can't see those things until I'm on camera. I'm afraid to brush through and mess it up. So how y'all been doing? Alright, I'm gonna do a get ready with me like I would get ready for work. This is some major brows. I ain't used to this type of situation. And I'm gonna use my favorite foundation that I've not used in a week because I've been trying to use the other stuff and give it attention. So this is the, what is it? Physician's Formula Healthy Elixir. Healthy Foundation, not elixir. I always mix that in the CoverGirl together. And I'm trying to debate, do I want to sponge it on? Or, lately I've been enjoying my brush. Let's see what it does with the brush. I've always used a sponge, whether it's Real Techniques or that Morphe sponge. But let's see, I'm going to brush it on today. Alright, it's going to be more coverage than I've ever had before with this foundation by using it with a brush. And I ain't mad at it, but I don't like the brush strokes, so I'm just going to pat those in. And like I said, I always like to start from my neck and work my way up to my forehead, or five head. As y'all know, I have my little favorite concealer routine. I need to buy some more of this L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow Concealer. As you can see, there we go. I thought I was almost gone. I was about to be sad. So, yeah. And now I'm not, because I know I still got a little bit more, maybe a week or two's worth. And I like to just lighten it in this area, and then I'm going to go on top of the lid. I like a bright lid. Okay. Alright, now I'm just using my mixture of Cover FX Illuminating Setting Powder and the ColourPop Translucent Setting Powder. And I'm just going in. This is just with residual. Like, I've pretty much patted everything out. And I like to do that and make sure I get my smile lines. And I have to do the same with mine because I get a crease right here. And make sure I get that little indentation on my chin. And then I like to pull my snout, which I haven't really gotten just yet. And use a residual in the snout because no one wants a clumpy, lumpy nose crease. Okay? Nobody. As y'all know, I don't like to use a lot of powder because, for one, I like for my makeup to last all fucking day. So what I do is I just take the little bit of residual powder that's on my eyes and I just move it to and set in areas that I'm going to be contouring. And also I get my neck too as well. And then I'll go back into the snout and get that as well. Alright, so if you have a dry patch, what you want to do is take that skin with a pair of tweezers and snatch it off. And now you see you've got a little spot of skin. So you can just take concealer and dab it right there. And then take your brush and go over that. And then voila, your patch is gone. Alright, lately I've not been using a lot of certain products. So I'm trying to like give some love to products I haven't used in a while. And so I'm going to use this Smashbox Step by Step Contour Palette. And I just rub all the way across all three. And then I start tapping in. Tap, 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 tap. Because like I said, I don't use a lot of powder. And even though I added some powder, we still want to tap it in and gradually build it until we can swipe it. Okay? And then I'll also tap it on down here. And then we'll wipe it down. Like so. All right, now I'm going to tap it in. I haven't started swirling yet. Okay? Just on my neck. But not anywhere else. So we're still... Now I'm just kind of like blending. And again, I've just only tapped in these areas. So I haven't got the blending up there just yet. All right, now I'm starting to lightly blend. And I've not added any other product except for what y'all saw just when I was tapping in. And then I'll look and see if I need to add more or not. Because I also like to use the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer and the Physicians Insta BB powder. So, you know, we don't want it to be way too much. You know what I mean? So now we're just blending what we had patted in. Blend, blend, blend. And blend, blend, blend. What you want to do is you just want to buffer and blend. You don't want it to like knock the color off your cheeks or snatch the foundation. So you just want to buffer. All right, so now that we got like the light contour, I'm going to go ahead with bronzing. Bronzing up this face. I love this stuff. Oh, and just like before, we want to just tap, tap, and then we'll blend. We'll even tap some on the nose. Tap, 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 tap. Swish, swish, swish. And I like to tap it right in here to my brow area too. Tap, tap, tap. And if my brows get messed up in the mix, we can go back in and fix them, gals. And just so you know, I like to tap in circles. And it's up here. We don't tap too much in circles. But down here, just tap in circles. Tap, tap, tap. And then, of course, you want to make sure that your neck looks consistent with everything else. And just so you know, I also get my ears. Because we want my ears to look blended to perfection as well. I don't have foundation on them, so I just add bronzer, contour. And see, we're swirling now in circular motions to blend, okay? Blend. And you're gonna blend and blend and blend some more. And we're gonna blend and blend and blend some more. And like I said, I have textured skin, so I'm doing this. Let me do it with the right hand, since I am right-handed. But it's like, you know, it helps with the texture by swirling, okay? Sometimes I just like to rub it like so. But you're doing it in a way that reduces the texture. Well, that's how it works for me. I can't say it works for everybody else because everybody's skin is unique. Maybe your texture is in a different direction. I don't know. But I don't really have pimples. I do right here. I don't know where it came from. Probably from eating garbage for the past 2 weeks. Which is interesting because I've not been working. I'm actually starting to feel better. Y'all know I have dermatomyositis, which causes all these skin issues, plus the medications I have to take. Also, it doesn't help my skin. It makes it worse. I also like to tap too. Just tap it in. And, you know, it gives me hyperpigmentation, brown spots, red spots, yellow, all that kind of ghetto-ness, ugliness, you know. Now, because I do like some glow, that's why I add this. We're going to tap that glow in. Tap, 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 tap. Tap, tap, tap. It really doesn't, I don't know if it really like adds any color, but I seems to, you know, I likes it. I guess that's all that matters, right? And is if I like it. And I'm just tapping. Tap, 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 tap. And we'll get to the neck and the ears in just a moment. But I forgot what my point was about the skin issues. But I mean, you just do it to what works for you, I guess I can say. That's what I was saying. Everybody's skin issues or imperfections and imperfections are different. I'm just, you know, it took me a long time to figure out how to do my own skin, okay? So, you just trial, error, testing, stuff like that. Make sure you get them ears. Oh, and the reason why I don't like to put foundation on my ears is because it's definitely noticeable. And because your ears are not as bothered as much throughout the day, I mean, it's just easier to throw powder on them and rub it in. And it'll look more natural. See, my ears match my bronzers and my contour and the powders. And it helps that gap between your ear. You know, sometimes you have that white gap right here. It helps with that, but by making sure you're getting your ear. Same here. I like to snatch my weave up and go. Snatch and go. Lately, I've been doing things out of order. So I'm going to go ahead and before I do my blush, I am going to highlight, and I'm just going to use this Mary Luminizer. I got it from Walmart's online. And I just like to lightly highlight. I've been liking to do that before blush. That's all. And then I'm going to add just some right in here. I don't like too much. Let me pat it in. I don't like it too much on my nose. And I like to pat it in right here too. And then lightly brush it. And then same on my chin. I just kind of lightly right in there and then go in. Maybe I like to pat it all, period. And then blend it. I will blend it with my finger in circular motions. And I've been liking to go in with 2 different blushes. And I'll show you that in a moment. My favorite 2 blushes here lately has been like this orange color. And this one's a Too Faced. And I'm just gonna use this, what is this by? Oh, I can't even think. Wowder, Glossier Wowder. So that's how I go. I just pat it in, and it's very, very sheer, so you can't hardly see the blush. And that's how I like things, okay. And then I've been using Luminoso as well here lately. So I'm just going to use that same brush, and Luminoso is made by Milani. Everybody knows that. Everybody. And I like to pat it. And as you know, I like to take my time and beat it in a circular motion. And then as you know, I'm going to be taking in my bronzer blush and then swirl, 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 swirl. Okay? Here lately, my foundation hasn't been sticking in this little corner, no matter what I use. Do y'all have that issue sometimes? Look at that big old line. I've had that for years. So now I'm going to set my makeup. And as you know, I like to set it in the center with a matte setting spray. And then there goes foundation again, as usual. And then I take the just a natural finish or glow. This one's not really glowy. And I like to go around the perimeter of my face. I guess that's the right terminology. Who knows? Believe it or not, the setting spray has pretty much, it's like not dry, but it's slightly, I guess, on there, moist. So all I like to do is pat my eyes, first, and then my snout, my upper lip and chin, and I go back in and get them edges of that snout, because at the end of the day, who wants their makeup all right in here? Because with a snout like mine and that big old crease, that's where it's gonna go first on me. And I just really like to make sure my under eyes are really padded, and my nose. And then I like to do my forehead. And then we go to my chin again. And then here. I use all the lighter spots first, even up into my ears. And then I work my way around the darker spots. I'll show you in a moment, because I like to take my time. I like my makeup to move as I talk. I don't want it to crack throughout the day. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me, my nose was itching. All right, now I start patting in the spots that I bronzed. And I like to, again, you gotta move that hair back and go in. Move that hair back and go in. So if you start losing any of that highlighter, you can always go back in and just, you know, just a little bit more. Okay? It's okay. You can add more. Girl, fuck, it's on me. All right, you see how my things are always, ooh, I'm gonna knocked off all my brushes over here. That's just how my pick snout's made. So I like to make sure I'm up in there too. And my eyes. So we're about to do some eyeshadow. Oh crap. All right, it doesn't matter what you use. I'm using a matte white on this brow area, and I'm gonna pat it in. Okay, pat, 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 pat. I also like to take a little bit here in my inner corner, just a little. I'm gonna pat it. Yeah, pat it and push it in. All right, now I'm gonna take a shade that's slightly darker than my lid shade, and it's gonna be Stark out of the Naked 2 Basics palette. And I'm just using a Morphe 433 brush, and I'm just gonna pat that onto my eyelid. Okay, pat, 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 pat. That's what I've been saying. And then I like to just do a little bit of blending here and there. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you, once I pat it on, I like to just take it and blend it in circles all over my eyelid. And then I go back and pat some more and slap some more. All right, that color didn't really make a significant difference on camera, but it gave me a little bit of a wash on my eyelid. Now I'm just going to take a it's going to be about the same. It's going to be a slight wash, and it's going to be Blush Stilettos by Tarte. I don't know if this is like a permanent color or not. It kind of looks like it's matte, but it could be satin. Not really sure, but I'm just going to do the same. It might show, it might not. It's just something I like to do. Just pat it on, pat it on. Just do it. I had to take a break from my eyeshadow and put some brow gel with fibers in it. And if you get out of the lines or whatever, when it dries, you can knock that shit off. All right, now I want to take a shimmer. And I'm going to take this rose golden rings right here that more looks like bronze than a rose gold. And I'm just going to pat that on my eyelid like so. Once I do that, just pat, 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 pat and swipe, pat and swipe. And then I like to take it here and swipe. Y'all know I have very hooded eyes, and I can't be doing that shit that those beauty gurus do. And also, I'm a natural queen, okay? So if you're female, male that has very hooded eyes, or just likes a very natural daytime glam, but not too much, just very subtle, this is the channel for you. And I'm 35. I think that's like the new, what is it? Is 35 the new middle age now? I don't know. Now I want to go a little bit darker, so I'm going to use Walks of the Flowers right here out of that same palette. And I'm just going to so lightly pat it. And I'm going to start from the back because I want most of the color back here. And I have it on both sides of my brush. So we're going to pat, 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 pat. And then swipe. Swipe, 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 swipe. And I'm not going to go too far to the front. I just wanted it mainly on this outer area. We're just going to blend. And I'm still using that same brush. I haven't changed brushes, okay? I'm a run brush type of girl. I am not finished. I had to take a break from doing makeup. I was going to attempt to fix this hair, but I currently cannot get a comb through these dreadlocks. So I'm just going to throw it back in a sassy bun. Now I'm just going to take this warm bronze color and I'm going to just poke my brush to it like so and get around a little bit of the edges. It's very dusty, so I'm going to tap. And let me leave that open. I am going to take this very lightly, starting here, and then working my way in my crease. All right, and then we'll do the lower lash line in a few moments. But that's my crease color. We'll want to concentrate it here, and then rub it. Rub it, girl, like a windshield wiper, or boy, or whatever. Now, I also like to make sure that I'm getting right here and blending. And sometimes I'll take the brush and rub it like that because you don't want a harsh line. And because the way my eyelids are made, I always have a harsh line. No matter what I do, I always have a harsh line. So we're going to try not to have any harsh lines today. All right, now that we see, I got some of my mascara done. Do you see where I've messed up on my brow gel? I'm just going to take end of a spoilie here and kind of push that out. And then you see how it's really harsh right in here too? We're going to fix that as well. Like so. And then if I need to go back in with some brow gel, I will. My lips are getting dry, so I'm going to put on some of this Pureless lip balm. And as you can see, I'm still blending. With the same Morphe brush, the R37, I'm going to go into Jingle All the Gray. Right here, it's a matte, cool contour for pale girls type of color. And I just really want to knock that off. And I'm just going to go in here on the outer V and I'm going to lightly hit it right in here. And I'm going to rub it in, girl. Just rub it in. And then I'm going to go over on the other side and do the same. And I'm going to take the residual and I'm just going to bump it into the crease just a tad. Okay, just a little. And make sure your eyes are open while you're in your crease, okay? That helps define it. It's almost like contouring your eyes like you would your face. And now I'm just gonna wipe my brush off the best I can, and I'm going to go ahead and rework the blend work up here on my eye. Now we're going to work those matte shades on the bottom lash, and I'm going to go with the Cookie Swap. That's the warmer matte shade. And I'm just going to use that same R37 Morphe brush And you just want to make sure it's shook off, girl. Shake it off. And then you start right here. And you lightly start moving it. Like so. And I like to make sure it is with that edge over there. Now I'm going to take a little bit of that gray contour color. And then tap that off really, really good. We're going to do the same right over it. We're going to just start right here and then work our way around. All right, I think I want to do a little bit of liner. We'll go back and fix that. With this Tarteist cream bronze color liner. I want to do that, but I can't do it on camera. And I like to do stuff on the hard eye because I'm right-handed. So I'm going to start with the left eye and then to the right. Seems fair. And if you mess up like I did on my little tiny line, this had some concealer foundation. I'm just going to clean that up. I can't really see, but yeah, we're going to clean it up. All right, I'm going to take some of this highlight under my brow and cleans it up a little bit. I got the eyeliner on. If I need to go back and do a little bit more to my eyes, I will. But, you know, I can't concentrate on one thing at a time. I have to bounce around because I get bored. And that's how it looks before I try to blend it in with this. There you go. I have some foundation slippage going on, so I'm going to remedy that. And it's right in that area. And what I like to do is just kind of buffer right here with what I have on, and not, you know, not have so much foundation on the brush, because, you know, I have set it, so I just am using the residual that's almost dry on the brush and try to fix it. And I may not powder my brush, my nose right in here. It just depends on how that right there looks, but I'm going to give it a moment to do its thing. Alright, so I do want to darken my under eye just a little bit. So I'm going to use this pencil looking brush as an E18 by Morphe. I'm going to take it back under Jingle All the Gray, which is that Cool Tone bronzer. And I'm just going to smudge a little bit more under my eye. Alright, so I put mascara on my upper and bottom lashes. I try to touch up my horrific brow. And I did a lip line using the Milani, just a natural looking lip, close to my natural lip color. So now I'm just going to finish off this look with a Fenty Gloss Bomb. And this is it, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this 30-minute video. I was a little bit more thorough than I normally am. Look at those grays. But this is it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share. And I love you guys. Bye.